what's missing from K-pop recently? Good old-fashioned poppy music. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. Today I want to talk about Rania's controversial pearl-clutching debut with Dr. Feelgood, an underrated second-gen classic. I know I've said in the past that I wouldn't cover Rania, partially because their story has been covered so many times by now, but Dr. Feelgood is the exception, and here's why. Rania first generated buzz in 2010 after it was announced that some of the group members were chosen to star alongside Jay Park in the movie Hype Nation 3D. If you've never heard of it, don't feel bad, because neither have I until I was researching for this video. After reading a few reviews, I had to watch it for myself. I made a video about it, so turn on your notifications on YouTube so YouTube can notify you when it's released. In 2011, Rania made history with their debut single Dr. Feelgood, produced by Teddy Riley. Riley contributed to the development of a distinctive music style for the group by fusing various genres, resulting in a powerful and addicting sound. The music video reached 5.5 million views since its upload, and the Korean version debuted at 110 on the Gan Weekly digital charts and peaked at 99. However, in my house, it reached triple platinum. As soon as the single was released, the song was engulfed in a plagiarism controversy when some netizens pointed out that it sounded fairly similar to Eurythmic's Sweet Dreams. Take a listen for yourself.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
So what do you think? While we're on the topic of similarities, others felt the concept was very reminiscent of the Pussycat Dolls' Buttons and constantly compared Rania to the American girl group. The single was released in two versions, Korean and English, as DR planned to expand the group's activities in the West. According to DR Music, Rania connected with Teddy Riley's new agency in order to promote in America. Quote, "We're the first to debut a group in both Korea and America at the same time. Teddy Riley is currently discussing music distribution rights with Sony Music and Universal Music. We're planning to hold promotional events in November and December in America." Riley added, "I want to introduce Rania to the American market as well, and I believe they will be successful as the Spice Girls, Destiny's Child, and the Pussycat Dolls." Despite announcing their plans to debut in America, the group had no advancements. In addition to his production work, Riley oversaw the group's concept, choreography, and styling. The group stayed in LA for 3 months to work on the album, and their studio was frequently visited by celebrities like Rihanna, Snoop Dogg, and the Jackson family, who looked over the girls as they prepared for their debut. Riley revealed a behind-the-scenes story that the Jackson family was highly impressed with the group and complimented their vocal skills, and even gave some tips on pronunciation. Rania's partnership with Teddy Riley was the central selling point for their debut. Riley, who has worked with artists such as Michael Jackson, the Pussycat Dolls, and Lady Gaga, brought a level of credibility and expertise to the project. Fun fact, Dr. Feelgood was originally intended for Lady Gaga, and her choreographer, Richard Jackson, participated in the choreography of Rania's performance. In a video message played at the group's showcase, Riley explained that both tracks on Rania's albums were for Gaga, but it was given to Rania because he believed the track fit their style better. The group's debut was met with mixed reviews from critics and the general public. Some praised the group's unique sound and their ability to stand out in the crowded K-pop industry. Others criticized the group's styling and provocative choreography. Rania's Western approach to music was quote, "too hot to handle for the Korean public." The video is filled with thrusts, slut drops, provocative fan service shots, and sexy leather outfits. And if Koreans thought this music video was too raunchy, they weren't ready for the English version, with even more controversial lyrics and uncomfortable close-up crotch shots. The group eventually made their debut on Mnet's M Countdown, which was poorly received by the Korean general public. Koreans were outraged by the performance and demanded the group be taken off air. Dr. Feelgood was eventually banned from all public broadcasting stations, until DR complied and made minor styling and choreography adjustments. In response to the controversy, Riley uploaded a new version of the music video on PMG Asia's official YouTube channel titled Dr. Feelgood, Too Hot to Handle for Netizens. In the description he added, "This is the debut song for our first girl group in Asia. Love these girls. This version of the video is labeled such because this is the version we like and it best fits the song. We're positive this edit wouldn't make the cut on TV in Korea, but this is purely so people can see this video as it was intended in its original cut." The backlash didn't dampen Rania's goals. In fact, the group received various CF deals before and after their debut, and they promoted all over Asia for their fan meeting entitled Rania, the first Asian fan tour live. The group also received love in the US as the song was featured on Spike TV's Blue Mountain State 2 and MTV's Real World Season 25 Vegas. Riley commented on their overseas popularity and said, "The majority of comments weren't from Koreans but international K-pop fans. I didn't think that people from where I live, the States, would be so interested in K-pop. There were some that even recognized the girls' names, and most of the comments were praising K-pop talent." He continued, "I'm glad that my girl group is doing so well, and I sincerely congratulate their debut." Rania had one of the strongest debuts in years, and had one of the best shots to cross over to the States. Unfortunately, Rania's and Riley's partnership didn't last as long as expected. Almost 2 months after the group debut, Riley abandoned Rania, but not before airing out the company's dirty laundry. In a tweet, Riley wrote, "I wish them the best. It's not the girls I dislike. I love Rania. They would be better with me at SM Entertainment. Their manager does shady business. Use me for my music. I love Rania. I just don't like their company business. That's why they aren't getting bigger. They don't do business up front. They use my name everywhere, then backdoor me on the group. It's okay if they regret it. If they leave that company, I will sign them up quickly. Please know the facts before attacking me. Attack their company. Such great talent will be wasted if they don't get better support." After his fallout with DR Music, Teddy chased a bag over at SM Entertainment and continued his work with Girls' Generation, SHINee, EXO, BoA, and FX. As for Rania, they continue to push the sexy agenda with their next few singles, but failed to gain the same level of relevance since their debut, partly because their frequent lineup changes and DR's poor management. The group ultimately disbanded in 2020 and rebranded that same year as Black Swan. A remix version of Dr. Feelgood was released by the group's successor, Black Swan, on October 2020 for their debut album, Goodbye Rania. Dr. Feelgood changed the trajectory of my life. It cleared my skin, it watered my crops, it gave me good grades, it fed me. It's simply too good to be slept on. Dr. Feelgood will always be a second-gen classic in my book. I just wish there were more age-appropriate groups nowadays that could bring back the sexy concept. If you like this episode of Know Your K-Pop, recommend a song you'd like me to break down in the next video. As always, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.